Over the next 7 days, I'm going to be playing FC 25 on a brand new account, with my goal being to build the best team that I possibly can and find out if it's possible to make it from Division 10 all the way into Division 1 without spending any money. In 1 week from now, we need to be in Division 1. And so I selected my starter nationality, and you'll see why I went to France later on, and I was then prompted to pick a loan before seeing our absolutely awful team, and then having to select a couple of kits, and our account was now set up, and the reason I went with the France nationality was, but I'm thinking of doing a Serie A team because I want to get Dybala. And before entering into Division Rivals, where we obviously started at Division 10, I entered into the Moments game mode, because for just 1 moment star, we have our first actual pack on this account. It's tradable as well, 1 moment star. Come on! And although these players were awful, the left back was good enough to get into our team, and now the only way to progress was through playing games. And so I took a look at the objective section, where I saw that for completing some, we could earn packs, as well as good objective players, but through just playing games, we would earn SP, which would help us to progress in the season pass and unlock some good rewards. Now in the 7 days, along with needing to make it into Division 1, we also had 2 other goals, which was to build a team with 500,000 coins and for it to also have full chemistry. And so with these goals, we had no time to waste, and I entered into my first Division Rivals game, where my opponent would just instantly leave, but this did allow us to benefit from match earnings. The second game that I entered into was even weirder, because I was just shown a black screen, meaning that I needed to restart my game, and this somehow counted as our first loss. But this is how our actual first game on the account would go. Edward's through! I'm gonna sweat it. Near post! He's missed! And after missing, I was in disbelief, but shortly after, we would get another opportunity. Edward. Good far post! Edward! Remember the name. The one upgrade that we got in the defense was helping us to lock it down, and I felt like Edward was our only player with enough shooting stats to actually score. Near post, Edward! What? That was the thing. At this level, the quality of players on our team was so poor, to the point where they wouldn't consistently score good opportunities. Another pass! Near post, this has to be it! Yes, finally! Turney would continue to be solid in the defense, and in the attack, Edward would earn himself a hat-trick, causing our opponent to rage quit, resulting in us benefiting from match earnings, and making our first bit of progress in Division 10. We had also completed some objectives as well. This is insane. I almost feel like this is cheating, because these loan packs would allow us to get decent gold cards from the respective clubs on a 9-game loan, and they would be good to have in Division 10. I remember we wanted Thuram, but all other SPCs were locked because we hadn't yet completed the foundations one, and so this is exactly what I would do next. And once we had completed the foundations, all other SPCs were unlocked. Yes, Thuram, we have 3 days to complete Thuram. He's 1 squad. Ooh, we're gonna need a team of the week. We're also gonna need an 84 rated team. Now there was a team of the week SPC, but it was more expensive than Thuram, and knowing that we now needed more resources, I decided to set up the team, and I thought using the loans was unfair. However, I'd come to realize that our goal was to make it into Division 1, not 8 or 7, which is where these loans will get us to, because we only have each of them for 9 games, and at that point we could be setting ourselves up for failure, because we would then be in a higher division, or with the loans expiring, not have a good team, and we're just putting ourselves in a position where we would become hard stuck. But just like that, have a look at our team. And with Loan FC, I would continue playing in Division Rivals to benefit from match earnings, as well as objective completions, and to also get more SP, and as you can imagine, against Division 10 kids, with our Loan team, we would absolutely destroy our first opponent, and after doing so, due to the win streak, 1 more win would earn us our first promotion, and this is how that game would go. Far post? Yes! Outside foot? There we go, up by 2 goals. And throughout the rest of the first half, we would score 3 more goals. And after doing so, our opponent would rage quit. And winning this game meant that, but there we go, our first promotion on this account. We had earned SP and completed a few objectives. And when claiming the objective packs, I was so excited because they could easily improve what was actually our starting 11. But after opening our first pack, I felt that was not good. That was good. We got an 84. We need 9 84s in order to complete Thuram. Now we also do need a team of the week. And our second pack would give us neither. Another 75 plus. And after getting shafted from the final pack as well, to progress further and earn more SP, I continued to play in Division Rivals, but in our first game in Division 9, I noticed that there was an increase in the difficulty levels, and we started to have to do a lot more to score. Odin, far post, yes, finally! And it seemed like when it rains it pours, because after we scored our first goal, we were capable of scoring a few more. However, at this level, we were starting to actually get tested in the defense, but after comfortably winning and earning a decent amount of match earnings, as well as completing some objectives, because of the fact that I wanted Dybala, to speed up the process, I would start to grind in the Moments game mode, because for 60 Moment stars, you could purchase a tradable 50k pack. Now this grind wasn't easy, but what made it doable was the fact that we had the loan players, and it was important that we at least kept 1 game on them, because loans would not get used up in the Moments game mode. And after 40 minutes of grinding, it was time to open that 50k pack, because we had just earned 60 stars. 3, 2, 1, give me a promo card! Give me a walkout! Give me a walkout! No! And so this sucked, because with this, we couldn't make enough coins. These 3 make the team. Him especially because of his link to his brother. All with the few thousand coins that we had made, and all the players that we had accumulated thus far, I attempted to complete one of the squads for the hybrid SPCs. Because you see, each of these SPC groups allow you to earn over 200,000 coins worth of packs, and these packs are so important early on, and so while we were only left with 1,469 coins after completing a single squad, we now had a 50k pack to open. Give it to me! Promo card! No! Walkout! Ah! That's Koulibaly! No! Is there anything? There's nothing behind him. And we couldn't sell these players because this pack wasn't tradable. However, we did get a duplicate to Ram, and the one in our club was tradable, so we could make a few hundred coins. But for now, let's go into Rivals again with 3 Spanish players and 3 Liga F players. And so using the rest of the coins that we had, I would purchase these players so that we could complete the objectives, and I would then enter into Division Rivals, getting the win that I needed while having 3 Liga F players in the team, and also getting some goals with Soloth in order to complete the La Liga player goals objective. And after comfortably winning a couple of games in Division 9, I saw that we were completing objectives, but with our win streak, we're once again only 1 win away from earning another promotion. And with the objective completed, I could sell Soloth and then replace him with Gakpo. And after seeing our opponent's team, it shouldn't come as a surprise to you that in a promotion game, we would dominate and swiftly score 3 goals against them, resulting in them rage quitting and us making it into Division 8 on day 1. I then played my first game in Division 8, and again the quality of the team that I faced early into Division 8 was horrible. And after absolutely destroying this opponent, I was excited because we had now completed a ton more objectives, and I would then claim these objectives before then being capable of getting our coins back by selling the Liga F players that we no longer needed. I then took a look at what was actually our starting 11, and I must say it wasn't too shabby, or am I just coping? And I would then head to the store and open the objective packs that we had earned, and as I was opening these packs, I was simply just hoping for 84 rated cards or a team of the week player so that we could get one for Thuram's SPC. But I was disappointed when I saw that in majority of our packs we didn't get anything helpful, and we were now down to our final pack. Come on! Be a walkout. It's not a walkout. But the players weren't completely useless, because you see, I wanted Thuram's card so that we had a decent team for when the loans run out. And so both the players that we got from the packs, I attempted to complete the tougher squad for the Hybrid Nations SPC, and the players that we had pulled were coming in clutch. However, to complete it, I would still be required to spend coins, and as I was purchasing each player, our coin balance was just dropping, and by the time we had no more coins left, we still needed to purchase 2 more players. But I then made a 200 IQ play, because knowing that the market matchups gives you tradable packs, with the limited amount of players we had in our club, I managed to put together a squad decent enough to meet the requirements for the easiest market matchups challenge. Here we go. Now, the pack was awful, but it was tradable, and by quick selling all of the silver players, and then making sure that I got the most coins possible out of all of the gold cards that were in this pack, we had racked up enough coins to purchase the final 2 players for that Hybrid Nation squad, and so just like that, that's another 50k pack. Come on, promo card, promo card, promo card, promo card, promo card, walk out, walk out, walk out, walk out, walk out! How? We've done 3 50k packs, and an 83 has been our best player, I think. The players behind him were awful too, and to complete objectives, I wanted to enter back into Division Rivals, but I then saw that I had a 75 plus player pick to claim. It's possible to pack Mbappe. Come on! Please, come on, come on! Oh, usable hardback. And so I would revert back to Loan FC, but what you'll realize is that a player that we actually owned was now better than any loan player that we had for one position, and this was a sign of progression. Our next rival opponent was using loans, and another sign of progression was the difficulty level of this game, as it was clear that it had definitely increased, and throughout the entirety of the first half, I would struggle to score just a single goal, with our opponent getting some really good opportunities as well, and our best opportunity coming just before the halftime break. Score now! Finally! Shortly after halftime, we would extend our lead, and I thought that once again we would run away with the game when we scored our 3rd goal as well. But with an advanced shooting technique, our opponent would get their 1st goal, and then after this, our opponent would be capable of opening up our defense, and they seemed to be advanced because they predicted my keeper movement, and out of nowhere, we were only leading by 1 goal. He's actually gone near post. And for the first time in this challenge, I started to experience pressure in this game mode, and I was nervous when our opponent attacked, and I was struggling to score another goal, but eventually we would be capable of doing so, and seeing out this win meant that we continued to benefit from match earnings, as well as our win streak, allowing us to make more progress in the divisions. Our next game was the last for some of our lone players, as I wanted to at least keep 1 game on them, so that we could eventually complete the milestone moments objective, because doing so allows you to earn a 100k pack, and their last game would be quick, with it only requiring 1 goal from us to force a rage quit out of our opponent, and winning it meant that once again, thanks to our win streak, we were 1 win away from achieving another promotion. Objectives completed meant that we had some packs to claim, and the first pack was absolutely awful. 175 plus player, and from our final pack, I just want to get a walkout. Come on. No, it's a female. Not that there's anything wrong with that, and with the gold players we had accumulated, I would complete an 80 plus combo upgrade 1 time. 1 is 80 or higher, come on. Not a single walkout packed on day 1. And so I wanted to change this, and with an 80 times 5 upgrade available, I would use an 84 from our club that was required to get this pack and give ourselves another chance at packing a walkout. Let's get the walkout. Come on, walkout please. Yes, here. That's okay. And so at least we got the 84 rated player back. I started this day off by completing objectives in the manager game mode, such as setting up a training plan, and I know we were playing an ultimate team, but this would help us, because doing so allowed us to earn 1500 XP for the season pass. A loan had expired and others were running low, and so slowly but surely, we were using players that we actually owned, that these loan players helped us to get, and I would also update the whiteboard, because we were now in Division 8. I also saw that there were tons of rush objectives, and our final weekly objective was to play 3 games in rush, but before doing that, this was my plan for the day. We're gonna be just playing games in Division Rivals to get as far as we can, and we're gonna be getting all this XP as well, to tomorrow Division Rival Rewards comes out. So I want to make sure that today we push as far as we can in Division Rivals. We're almost in Division 7. And so I want to get rid of all of the loans. The match earnings would help us to get insane packs from the hybrid SPCs. And of course, by progressing through the divisions, we would improve the quality of the rewards that we receive the next day. But still needing a team of the week, I saw that this was the earliest division where you'd get a team of the week pack. So Division 4, you get a team of the week. I wonder if we'll be able to get into Division 4 with the team that we have, because by then our loans would have ran out. And early on into our promotion game, we were being made to defend. Diaz, near post Diaz. Yes! Rage Quits is the name of the game. McAllister! Yes! Who's this? McAllister? Near post again? Oh, yes! And after scoring 3, we would proceed to score 6 more goals against this opponent. And yes, I said yes every single time I scored. And this resulted in us getting some match earnings and also progressing in the division. We're at 30 points now in Rivals, and we've just gotten our 3rd promotion. And we were now 1 division closer to earning the Division 1 crown. More objectives completed meant that we had a pack to claim, and we could also claim a decent player from the season pass. But in our 82 plus pack, we would get the bare minimum. Our players on the transfer list are also sold, but remember, I wanted to push as far as I could in Division Rivals on this day and to get through all of the loans so that we could see what our actual team looked like. And so I would enter into another Division Rivals game, but after winning it, loans had run out and I had to add replacements. In the next game that I went into, my opponent would leave while the game was tied, and while this didn't count as a loss, it did count as a game played for our loans. And when replacing the ones that I didn't want to expire, I wasn't too happy with the way the team was looking, and so I decided to claim my objectives, where I wasn't too happy either with the first pack that I opened. Yep, we did get cooked from that pack. This one's an animation. No walkout.
Hello there.
English right mid. 85. Ooh, Cole Palmer. And just when we needed a right mid, he's going into our starting team. And I would then play 3 consecutive games of Division Rivals, where in the first one, scoring 4 goals would force a rage quit out of our opponent. And in the second one, once again, we were capable of comfortably winning. And what I noticed was that Cole Palmer was quite competent in this division. And with his help, we would win the 2nd consecutive game. And with our win streak, this put us 1 win away from making it into the next division. Now our loans were running out. Before this promotion game, we still had them. And with the way the first 2 went, I wasn't surprised when the promotion game went in the exact same fashion. And once again, we would dominate within it. And after winning it, making progress in the divisions this time meant that we are in Division 6. 3 of our loans were on their last game, and so to avoid losing them, I would have to replace them with players in our club, and we had decent players to fill these positions. And with Jota and Diaz only having 2 games left, the next game was their last, and this is our first game in Division 6 would go. In from Palmer, go all the way Palmer, find the pass, Diaz, come on. And so he would just have to do it himself. Palmer breaks a deadlock, surely he does. We would continue to create chances, but our opponent was creating chances of their own too. And in our first game in Division 6, we had to defend the hardest that we ever had to in this challenge. And not only that, I was struggling to score another goal, and I was having to do a lot more in order to score. Ooh, Edward's through. Fake that one, in, Edward's given us the lead. Well, technically, he extended our lead. Although how much I was struggling in this game, I was made to feel like the game was tied. And if I could score on my next opportunity, I would extend this lead. Over the top, Jota near post. What a goal. And he's actually left. That means we lose 2 out of the last 3 loans that we have. And the replacements that we had for them were definitely downgrades. Hunting for better players, I would claim the objectives that we had completed. But on this day, our search for a walkout would still continue, because we would not get a single one from our packs. But with the match earnings that we had racked up, combined with all of the gold cards that we had accumulated through opening all of the packs that we had thus far, we were capable of completing the final 3 squads for the Hybrid League's SPC. And doing so not only allowed us to get 3 decent packs, but also the absolutely insane group reward. Now I know I said 3 decent packs, but in honesty the first 2 weren't that great, and so were the players that we got from them. More gold cards we can use in SPCs, that's fine. But from our final 2 packs, this is what I was looking to get. Walkout, promo card, team of the week. Come on! Promo card! Walkout! Oh, and I definitely wanted to pack one of these players. Promo card! Walkout! No way! Now we did at least get an 84, and the gold cards in this pack helped stock up our club to the point where with the coins that we had, we could complete the final 3 squads for the Hybrid Nations SPC, once again allowing us to get a few decent packs as well as an absolutely insane group reward. Now the first pack that we opened wasn't the greatest, and then I would open a Prime Electrum players pack. Come on! Oh, team of the week! Yes! That's big! Finally! I'll show you why this is so important. The only way of getting a team of the week, unless you packed one, was this SPC, which is expensive. It costs more than 2 RAM, or making it all the way to Division 4, where for 45 weekly points, you would get it from your rewards. Anyway, now that we had the team of the week, I would start to build 2 RAM squad, and while we could now meet the team of the week requirement, unfortunately, we didn't have enough to build an 84 rated squad, and we only had 2 days left before he expired, and so I needed high rated players from our final 2 packs. What is this? It's nothing. That's what it is. It's nothing once again. And so this was most likely a final shot at the walkout for this day. Promo card, please. Walkout. We've still not gotten a walkout. But again, at least it was an 84 and helped us get closer to completing Thuram. Now remember the rush objectives? At this point, I decided that I wanted to start playing in this game mode, and some of you guys were kind enough to help me fill out the squad, which is massive because by doing so, you could times 4 the points that you would get. But with this squad, as soon as I entered into the game, my PS5 overheated. Twice. Now I figured that it was because I was recording and streaming on my Twitch channel, which the link will be in the description down below, at the same time. And so off stream, I linked up with some community members on my Discord, which you can find the link down below, and we started grinding in the rush game mode, where because we had a full squad, we were getting tons of points. At the start of day 3, our Division 6 rival rewards were ready to claim. We're officially no longer Lone FC, but having said that, at the same time, the starting 11 is just not good. Thuram expires in a day and 2 hours, and I need to complete him. We could also claim the entire rush points objective, but we weren't far from completing the total rush takeover objective. And so I linked up with some of you guys once again, and tried to play rush once again, but once again, my PS5 overheated. To make things even worse, after not packing a single walkout for the first 2 days, from one of the player picks that we opened, we would end up getting our first walkout, but the overheating meant that this footage was no longer available. Third player pick, promo card walkout. The final player pick is insane. Come on. And 84 is good. I mean, at this point, we can definitely complete Thuram. Final player pick though. 1 of 3, 83 plus. I grinded hard to get this. And so hopefully you get to see me actually back a walkout on this account. Ooh, Lauren James. She's massive. She's very good. That's a very good pull. And so I would add her into the team. And you might notice, but the final thing that you missed was the fact that we purchased Dybala's card with the coins that we got from our Division 6 rival rewards. But we still had 2 positions in our team to fill. And the first 2 packs that I opened would not directly help me to fill these positions. But with one of them being tradable, we were capable of making a few thousand coins. And I would then move on to an untradeable pack. The final, the hybrid. Oh, we got a promo card! It's a walkout as well! It's a walkout! It's a cam! No, who is that? What is that? Oh my, how was that a walkout? And before opening the rest of our packs, I saw that with the players that we now had, we could complete Thuram's squad, and so just like that, we had earned his absolutely insane player of the month card. Now remember, along with making it into Division 1 by day 7, we need to build a team worth 500,000 coins, and I'm pretty sure Thuram's worth a decent amount. Thuram, Dybala and Lauren James alone are probably 70,000 coins. We're almost up to 100,000 coins. Now that I say that out aloud, I do realize that we are far away from the 500,000 coin mark. But our packs in the store would allow us to close the gap, especially with the shadow that we got in the first one, allowing us to make 4,000 coins from it alone. However, the 2 packs after that weren't the greatest, and we were now down to our final 3. Promo card please, promo card! Walkout then, walkout. Ah, nothing good. And hopefully the penultimate one will be something good. Promo card, Mbappe then, Mbappe! It's not a walkout! And then I would open the rush group reward. 84 times 2. Promo card. Walkout then, walkout, it has to be. It's a walkout, yes! Center mid. Oh the god, it's an 89 rated. Is it 2? No, it's 1 walkout, but it's at least an 89 rated, which could help us to complete more SPCs. And at the time, I was looking at Di Lorenzo's right back card because we were kind of leaning to a Serie A team. But we also needed to get chemistry on Lauren James, and I know the perfect player to get for this position. England, here we go. Can we afford a special card? One day we'll be able to do it. For now though, we're gonna get this centre back. And I just have to do it for chemistry on Lauren James, of course. Okay, buddy, we believe you. And after purchasing her, I would add our shadow chemistry style to her. I then also cleared out all other players in the squad, not from the Serie A or Barclays Women's League. And after looking to see if we had a good Barclays Women's League player, I found that we had one who'd be really good at the left back position. And then Twitch chat spurred something brilliant. I have Martinelli. I do own him. And that's another good player. We might just have to build around these. I mean, at this point then, Raya is the perfect goalkeeper to use. Now with a Premier League manager or one more Premier League player, we will have full chemistry on them because they all played for the same club. Twitch chat then came in clutch again and made me purchase Gusto. Gusto's in there. Good. Oh wow. So all of our Premier League players on full chemistry and all of our females on full chemistry. And so we simply just needed Serie A players to get more chemistry, and having not spent that many coins, I could purchase an absolutely elite Serie A centre back in Fikayo Tomori, and after adding him, I wanted to purchase Barilla. However, we were a few thousand coins short. Because of this, I just added another Serie A player that we had in the club, and then I moved to an Argentinian manager, and just like that, our team now had full chemistry, and honestly, I preferred it over the lone squad, and we were now also closer to having a 500,000 coin valuation. I would use our cosmetic Evo on Lauren James, before then Evoing our untradeable Thuram, and then entering into this team's first game of division rivals, where because of our win streak, if we could win it, we would reach a checkpoint. Heavy on the ball, but fast. Thuram scores on the debut, and that's why we picked him up. So just like that, we've won our first game with the team. I mean, let's just try and ride this win streak all the way into Division 5. But it didn't seem like doing so would be that easy, and in our next game, we would struggle to score throughout the entirety of the first half, and just before it ended, no, we're losing a game. And it started to feel like we were getting close to this team's limit, and I was learning exactly who the important players within our team were. Wow, Tomori is good. Our seemingly solid defense helped to keep this opponent out, and Thuram would utilize his speed to create us a very good opportunity. I'm not sure which foot he is. Our post Thuram! Yes, finally! And after we scored our goal, we would do well to hold our opponent out, and then Dybala would get himself an opportunity. Dybala! Oh, score! Yes! We would then proceed to hold on to this 1-goal lead, meaning that we continue to benefit from our win streak, and I would then switch Dybala into Ram to make sure that for cross-goal shots, they would be on the stronger side before entering into our next game, where it was clear that at this level, we were most likely always going to be our team. These tougher opponents meant that it became a lot harder to score, but before the half-time break, okay, we can score, we should score. Near post, please. Yes, finally. And you can clearly tell that I was relieved every single time I scored goals. I'm gonna go for the extra pass this time. Dybala, yes! Oh, I think we have a rage quit. And that rage quit meant that we reached the checkpoint. But we're 2 games away now from Division 5. Thuram had completed the stage of his Evo, and what you may have noticed was that throughout those games, we were constantly racking up qualification points, and with us starting to struggle in Division 5, these could come in clutch because it would unlock a game mode which could potentially allow us to massively improve the team. Now we weren't 2 games away from Division 5 for long, because in his next game, a motivated Blushh would be capable of scoring 6 juicy goals against his opponent, resulting in them rage quitting, but also meaning that if we could win our next game, we would reach the halfway point in this challenge. But with our opponent's team, it was not going to be easy. But their behavior early on instilled me with confidence. If he's going for shots like that, we know we have him in the bag. And wood switching our attackers proved to be fruitful for us. Thuram, outside foot. Wow, it goes through. But after this, our opponents would find their Smith. Oh no, Tomori. And they would have a good opportunity. Smith is good. I moved the keeper and he scores. This opponent was starting to create a lot more opportunities, and I was having to do a lot more in order to score. I'm gonna lock Thuram here. Near post. Just about. And after taking the lead, we would hold out the dangerous Smith, and Dybala would find a pass to Thuram. Thuram's through. Weak foot. What a finish. Yes, we won. We're also going to get a bit more qualification points. But we're now finally in Division 5. And after this grand, Thuram's entire Evo was complete, and I would claim my objectives, but I would only be capable of getting 1 pack, which wasn't ideal because it wouldn't help to complete SPCs. You see, at the time, I wanted to complete a hero pack that was available because heroes get full chemistry and help a lot with other players getting more chemistry, which is of utmost importance for us because one of our goals is to have full chemistry, and a lot of them are worth a decent amount of coins. But at the time, our highest rated squad was only 85. Unfortunately for us, with 9,000 coins and a decent amount of gold cards in the club, because we still had the hybrid SPCs available, we could get over 200,000 coins worth of packs, and so all the players that we packed to this point were coming in clutch. So for free, we just got ourselves a 55k pack. Now the next squad ended up costing us half of 9,000 coins, and the one after that will drop our coin balance all the way to just over 1,000 coins. Bang, 25k pack. In need of more coins, I looked through our objectives where I saw that we had some to claim as rewards, but in need of more players as well, I would open the 25k pack. Promo card, Mbappe. Promo card, walkout then. Give us a walkout. It's a walkout! We got a walkout! Is that Smith? Is that Smith? Did we get Smith? No, please be Smith. 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 No way! No way! It's Smith! Yes! And this pack was massive because she was worth roughly 300,000 coins at the time, but she would also cause a little bit of a problem. Drip Kim, we have chemistry problems now because you see, we needed to use her in order for our team to be worth 500,000 coins, but at the same time, our team needed to have full chemistry, and at the time, we just didn't have the players to make this possible. We still had one more League and Nation squad to complete before we could get the insane group reward, but ironically, the first squad would end up being the most expensive as well, and we couldn't afford the last player that we needed to purchase unless... Okay, so we need to snipe them, and there were only 2 options that would complete the SBC for us. I mean, are there any for like 600 coins? Just so I know if it's realistic. No. On her? As she was the other option. Oh! Give it to me! We've done it! With 40 coins left, the final squad was now complete, and we got the insane group reward. And I also found the formation that we'd play in. We'll fix the team up around them for sure, but for now we have our formation. And from these we needed high rated players, insane players to get into the team. Come on, promo code please, promo code! Walkout. And while we got the best left back that was now in our club, because of his league, we couldn't use him in the team. And I would then open the next pack. Come on, promo code please, promo code. Walkout then, walkout. And so we stocked up the club a little more, but we also got a shadow chemistry star. Let's see the promo code design. Let's see a walkout then. Once again, no walkout. But once again, we got another shadow, and we were now down to our final pack. Come on, promo code please, promo code, Mbappe, promo code. Mbappe. That's not Mbappe. That's not a walkout. And so the pack wasn't good, even though we got 3 shadows in a row. Right now, we aren't far from getting enough points to play in the qualifiers. And from this game mode, we could earn some coins. And initially, I would sell some of the players that were in our team, because we were going to need new ones in order to get chemistry on it. And after winning a game in Division 5, we were 1 win away from having enough qualification points. And after the first game, she was still in search for her first goal. Smith for first goal. Does she score it? No, not yet. Oh no. Tomori. That's why we didn't sell Tomori. And I mean, it wasn't that personal. Oh, he's just taking me out. And after our opponent cut themselves a red card, Smith would do some magic. Yes, Smith. This has to be Smith. Yes! But this opponent would find a good pass. Oh no. Tomori couldn't throw him off. But Smith was so good at creating opportunities for us. And after earning us a corner, off of it, Lauren James would get a good chance. Travella? Yes! Dybala. Give me a finesse goal. A neat pass from Dybala would find Thuram, and he would use his speed to get into space. Thuram, this has to be... Yes, up by 2 now. And then our fourth goal would be a cross goal shot from Thuram, and this one would cause our opponent to rage quit. And we finally have all the qualification points now, and that's massive. But obviously that means that we can now play in the Champions Finals, which does start tomorrow. We obviously have to qualify first, which is no joke this year, as you have to win 3 out of the 5 games that you have. The thing is, it's almost guaranteed that we're gonna get ourselves a 500,000 coin team, with Smith just being worth as much as she is. But these Champions Final rewards will definitely help us to lock in that goal. But on top of that, like, we do just need these rewards to just bolster up the team so that we can actually make it into Division 1. Yeah, things would end up not being as smooth as I thought. But anyway, with Smith now in our team, I wanted to see how far we could push in division rivals. But in the very next game that I played, we would not be capable of scoring a single goal until the 80th minute within it. Come on. Holding the team around him, Smith! Yes, finally! This opponent would get their chances, but what I noticed about Smith was that she just helped to create so many opportunities. Smith, come in. Now near post. Smith is insane. And in the 91st minute, she had the chance to get a hat-trick. Smith for the hat-trick, and she gets it. We couldn't score for 80 minutes in this game, but 80 minutes in, we scored 3. We win the next game and we're at a checkpoint. And she showed no signs of slowing down. Smith. Oh my god, that was a good goal. Our opponent rage quitting meant that we had reached that checkpoint, and objectives that we completed allowed us to make progress in the season pass and benefit from the rewards in there, but I also saw that we were 3 games away from earning 2000 SP, and in the first out of these 3 games, 2 almost identical to Revela shots from Lauren James would be enough to cause this opponent to rage quit, meaning that winning the next one would earn us promotion into Division 4, and Smith would make a good run early on. Over the top, was she onside, Smith? She wasn't onside. And after being marginally offside, she would do what she does and create herself an opportunity. Okay, we win it back. Smith, this is it. Yes, Smith. Once we're taking the lead, our opponent will get themselves a red card. And if I score this free kick, you guys have to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe anyway, because I really want to hit 100k. Smith again. Yes, Smith. And goals with him just felt extra special. Oh, Dybala, near post. Oh yes, what a goal! Throughout the rest of this game, our opponent would be capable of scoring 1 goal, and we were capable of doing the same, and from just about winning in Division 5, the addition of Smith alone allowed us to start comfortably winning games. And I can't believe it, but on only day 3, we've already made it into Division 4. We also earned some SP, and I would then take a look at the team's value. The team is worth 375,000 coins on only day 3. We still needed to play 1 more for the SP objective, and the teams weren't the only things that improved in Division 4, because in our first game in our new division, we were struggling to hold on against our opponent, and we also just weren't capable of breaking them down. And then 70 minutes into it, oh no, that was onside, I think. I'm going, oh my god, we're losing, and my confidence would take a hit if I wasn't capable of scoring a goal. Oh, Dybala. Yes, 1-1. 80 plus minutes into the game, my opponent was playing at the back, and so I decided to go into a team press, but playing for a win caused my defense to be open, allowing my opponent to get through on goal. Okay was there, but he's got a goal. A goal down with even less time to score, I would continue to press, and the exact same thing would happen, and in the blink of an eye, we were down by 2 goals, and while I continued to try to bring back the game, unfortunately, I just wasn't capable of doing so. We've just lost our first game. Losing sucked, and I felt like we had found our team's level. We had now completed the SP objective, allowing us to claim a few packs, and in our first pack, we would actually get a good player. Oh, Alphonso Davies. Now, while it was a good player, he wouldn't be of value to us because we needed players who helped with chemistry, and while we also needed high rated players, in the next 2 packs that I opened, we wouldn't get any of that. And so we were down to our final pack. Promo code, walk out, promo code, promo code, promo code, walk out, then walk out. No. And we had just gotten shafted. With 8,000 coins at the end of day 3, the team's worth almost 400,000 coins. But we had a chemistry problem that we needed to fix. I spent the entirety of day 4 grinding in the squad battles game mode because rewards would come out on day 6, and while I was playing these games, I was also completing objectives and earning a decent amount of match earnings. Now this was good, and by the time we completed 8 games, we had 18,000 points, and after 11 we had 24,000, and we're roughly 700 points away from Elite 1 rewards. I would then go into that last game. Unfortunately, with the quality of the team that we had built to this point, on high difficulties, we were capable of winning the games, but this final game was stressful, and we'd end up going to extra time in it. After winning this final game, we were in Elite 1 for now, but the way squad battles work is that the ranks are based on the average points of the entire player base, and with rewards only coming out in a day and 10 hours, the Elite 1 requirement was most likely going to increase. Now, through match earnings, we had over 18,000 coins, and I would end the day by claiming any objectives that we had completed. Okay, so we're gonna enter into the qualifiers. We're gonna play 1 game, we're gonna see what the team's about. First game, and he has a way better team than we do. And they had a way better start as well. Block it! And we're down by a goal. Come on, we built this one around you, Dybala! and against an advanced player, we were struggling to break them down. And I knew that they were advanced because of the way that they were playing, because in this game, you're better off not defending manually and letting the defenders do the work for you. Because they understood this, it was tough to break them down, and I wouldn't be capable of doing so within the first half. And then it was only in the second, where with a little bit of luck, we managed to get a clear-cut chance. Thuram, far post. It's finally in! And relieved that I equalized, I was more composed, and I would do what I felt like I needed to do in order to score. Thuram, outside foot! Yes, we're in the lead! And stretching out to our opponent's defense allowed us to win this game. I mean, I know one solution is using Smith at right wing, but I want to have a striker. The other solution is dropping Thuram. And I know what you might be thinking, because Thuram was absolutely insane for us, but I felt that in order to succeed at this point, we needed to switch to a more competent formation, and with me wanting to use Dybala, I would have to drop Thuram. I would also drop our Premier League players, as they didn't help with chemistry, and with the help of chat, I would add 2 Serie A players into our defense before using majority of our coins to purchase the speedy Swanson, and then using the gold version of a left back who had an objective card available that we would grab in the future, but because she played for the same club as Smith, she helped with chemistry. And then finally for the goalkeeper position, we went with the Juve player. The team was now in full chemistry except for Lauren James, and in the very next game that I went into, to my surprise, our opponent would give us a free win, meaning that if we could win one more game, we would qualify for the Champions Finals. Wow, that's a good team. And with a little bit of luck, on her debut, Swanson would be capable of getting a goal. And while sometimes she would miss, she creates so many goal scoring opportunities. Smith, far post! Oh yes! Now this 2-goal lead was a fragile one, especially against the opponents we were playing against, but fortunately for us, Dybala seemed to know just that. Oh, Dybala, far post! That's so satisfying. But what was even more satisfying was the 4th goal that Dybala scored for us, forcing our opponent to rage quit, meaning that with our 3rd game won, we were now qualified for the Champions Finals. Now with 2 games left, knowing that the more games you won, the better rewards you get from the qualifiers, I would go into a 4th game where I was reminded that the more games you win, the tougher the opponents become. That's not through. That's not through. That's a good goal. And 25 minutes into this game, it was taking us a lot longer to score. Lauren, yes, 1-1. But after equalizing, a failed clearance would provide our opponent the perfect opportunity to take the lead once again. And before the end of the first half, a well-timed pass would cut open our defense, and this experienced opponent would read the goalkeeper movement. My confidence would take a hit, because throughout the remainder of this game, I wasn't capable of scoring another goal. And to make things even worse, 86 minutes in, our opponent would score a 4th, and I would end up leaving. Now winning our final game would still upgrade our rewards, but conceding 2 goals within the first half of this game meant that if we wanted to win it, we would have to make a comeback. And 76 minutes in, we would get a good chance. Dybala outside. Dybala's given us 1 goal, he's given us hope. And 90 minutes in, he wanted to give us more than just hope. Dybala again, outside foot. Dybala's done it. And with this newfound belief, before the end of the first half of extra time, we had the chance to take the lead. Smith, near post. Yes, Smith. Dybala. Our player blocked it. Thuram blocks the shot and then scores himself. And after this, Smith would stay composed. Smith. Oh yes. And Dybala dragging us to a victory meant that we had gotten the rank 2 rewards, and with me wanting to purchase Barilla to upgrade the midfield, these tradable packs would give us the chance to do so. And this is how our first pack would go. Come on! No valuable players meant that we were only capable of making just over 5,000 coins, and I would then open the final pack. Come on! Promo code walk out, promo code walk out! Walk out then, walk out, walk out! Yes! Yes, we make coins! Ooh, Latano! And being tradable, this pool was massive, because signing him for 22,000 coins meant that we could not only upgrade our midfield with Barilla, but also the goalkeeper position with Mike Magnan. And then because she could go to the right mid position, and she was the perfect player for chemistry, for only an 83 rated squad, I would complete Ali's SPC. And while the card was already good as it was, there was also an Evo that she could be used in, and replacing Lauren James with her meant that with her new additions, the team was now on full chemistry. Insane team, 5 days, but it's still not close to 500k coins, and in order for us to do that, we need to play in champs. I started this day off by opening an objective pack that we had, and because I wanted to get 4-star skills on what, I decided that we might as well see how far we could push in division rivals, because it was the only game mode that you could complete the Evo in. Okay, Smith. She's going to have to carry us. Score done. On her debut, she scores. We're winning comfortably. Tomorrow, a good challenge. And so defending wasn't a problem, and scoring clearly wasn't a problem either. And after we destroyed the first opponent that we faced, I realized that we didn't even have Barilla in the starting 11. And after adding him out into another game, where once again we were capable of comfortably defeating our opponent. And the 3rd game that I played on this day was the most important, because if we could win it, it would count for 2. But in this game, it would take us a while to get on the scoreboard. Swanson, I'm going near post. Our scoring struggles would continue, and the first half would end 0-0. And I started to question how much further this team could go. If I'm struggling in Div 4, this could be it. Yes, finally. I was gonna say if I'm struggling in Division 4, what is champs going to be like? Because in that game mode, we'd be lucky if we found opponents with a similar low skill level as the opponents we were facing in Division 4. And so I needed to prove to myself that I could perform at that level. I'll finesse this in. Yes. And after taking the lead, we would see out the win before claiming some Evo progress, and then claiming and opening an objective pack. I then saw that we needed an 88 rated player in order to complete the most expensive squad for the hero pack, and lacking the facilities, I would instead use a cosmetic Evo on Smith before continuing to try to progress in Division rivals. In our very next game, initially things looked good because we were capable of taking a 2-goal lead. However, shortly after that, our opponent would be capable of clawing their way back by scoring 2 goals of their own. And so I needed to wake up. Smith, near post! That's 1! And after taking the lead once again, I would extend this lead to 2. However, once again, our opponent would be capable of scoring 2 goals and clawing their way back into the game. With the help of Dybala, we would regain the lead later on, and then 86 minutes in, all we needed to do was defend. No! And so unless we scored in the 90th minute, we would draw this game. Dybala proved to be our savior, allowing us to benefit from our win streak. But remember, I wanted to complete What's Evo, and so I had to continue playing in division rivals. And after scoring 1 in my next game, as a result of playing a much more solid game, we would score a very jammy goal for our second, and I'll be honest, if I conceded like that, I would leave too. And winning that game meant that we had completed the next stage of What's Evo. That means it's time for us to enter into the Champions Finals. We're gonna be going for at least rank 4 rewards, because these rewards are absolutely insane. Now I wanted to make progress in the hero pack, and because we needed coins to do so, I would complete the entire market matchups SBC, because this SBC rewards you with tradable packs, and we got lucky in our first one. Warm us up into the pack. Oh, it's a team of the week! Oh my god, we've already made 10k! Wow, it's an 85! And so we could make a bit more coins than usual. However, from the next 3 tradable packs that we opened, we would unfortunately only be capable of making the bare minimum. And then I opened a final tradable pack. Promo code! Give me a walkout then, he's big. And while he was big, his value was small. But when I had 26,000 coins, meaning that we could afford Ronaldo, however, instead of spending them there, because of the fact that we wouldn't be able to complete the entire hero pack before the Champions Finals, I decided to instead invest our coins in our team, because that would help us for the Champions Finals. And I would then enter into my first game. And our new signing would be tested early on. Bastoni! Yes, that's why we signed you. And the opportunities that we were creating gave me hope that I could do some damage in this game mode. Into Dybala, quickly. Elastico. Now ball roll him. Now Magidi cancel him. Now go at his near post. And locked in, I would defend well, and our second goal would come courtesy of Dybala finesse. And our third from Smith would cause our opponent to rage quit, resulting in us winning our first game in the Champions Finals. Now this was massive and inspired. I would play my second game, where throughout the 90 minutes we were capable of scoring 6 goals, resulting in us winning because we only conceded 2. And then saw that the games in this game mode wasn't counting towards earning the objective left back, but through match earnings, we were getting close to being able to complete the 86 rated squad for the hero pack. That's how I would enter into my third game of the Champions Finals. And this is how it would go. Near post, no! Yes! With this 200k coin team, like, okay, let me not speak. It's too soon! And I knew not to speak too soon, kinda, because of the fact that the better record you have, the tougher opponents you'd find in this game mode. But even then, I was creating good opportunities, and I would once again regain my lead. However, our opponent's Govu was giving us tons of problems. We're pulling the keeper out, he chips us. Oh, Govu is so clinical. But then Dybala would go for an audacious shot. Dybala! Yes! But with this 200k coin team, we just seemed to not be capable of holding on against his opponent, and after they equalized the game, they had the chance to take the lead. No! Later on into the game, our opponent would get a red card, but it was too late for us to be able to do anything, and I noticed that in this game mode, sometimes even as the more skillful player, simply being out-teamed can result in you losing games. This was proven to me once again when in the second game, after conceding early on, I was capable of getting 1 goal back. However, from there, our opponent would score 2 more goals against us, and while we did score a second, we just seemed to not have enough to equalize the game against them, and this was resulting in us losing. In our 5th game, once again we were heavily out-teamed, and in this game we weren't capable of scoring a single goal, and so conceding 2 meant that we had just lost 3 games in a row. And so in the game after this, I wanted to get back to winning ways, and we sacrificed a lot to fit in the team. Yes, Smith, come on! And we did the same for him as well. Into Dybala, simple finesse, and it's in! Come on! And you could see that I was motivated, and with the opportunities that I created, our opponent would opt to leave the game, and winning it meant that our record stood at 3-3. And if we could beat this player, my confidence would be sky high. And early on, a Barella pass to Smith gave us the opportunity to take the lead. Smith! Yes, come on! And then she gave us the opportunity to extend it. Smith, come on! And 2 goals down, our opponent was trying their best to come back, but we were playing a solid game in the defense. And so when we scored 2 more goals against this opponent, they deemed the disparity in our score too big for them to be able to make a comeback, and therefore left the game. With our record standing at 4-3, I went into 1 more game for this day, but a common theme was that every time our record was slightly positive, it meant that the level of the opponent that would face would be higher, making it so that it would be very tough for us to be able to win the game, and as a result of that, we'd end up losing this final game for the day. I started the penultimate day by sweating once again in the Champions Finals, and this was the perfect start to the day because after coming out with a 3-1 victory in it, I decided to reevaluate my goals. How many games do I have left? 6 matches remaining. Now I at least want to get 3 wins. If we can do that, then we'll have a look to see what's possible afterwards. Now the +1 record curse would continue, and in this next game, we would quite comfortably lose by 3 goals. But me re-evaluating my goals was important because it allowed me to take things game by game, which meant that I wouldn't allow previous losses to affect the way that I played in future games. And while we didn't bear any fruits from this, in the very next game that I played, he's just going all the way down the wing. and he cuts it back. It did cause me to be more open-minded in making short-term decisions, and after losing the second consecutive game, knowing that a lot of our losses was coming due to the fact that we were just heavily out-teamed to get the best players that we owned into the team, and after doing so with a negative record, we needed to get back to winning ways, and in our next game, in order to do that, we were going to have to make a comeback, and our changes seemed to have an almost instant impact. Thuram, and it's in, and this game was back and forth, with my opponent and I both getting decent opportunities, and the formation change making it tougher for us to defend, but easier for us to score, and I knew that this game would be determined by fine margins. Thuram! Oh my god, it's Thuram! Smith! That should have been a goal. Seeing out this lead meant that we once again had a neutral record, but I needed to turn it into a positive one, because at this rate we wouldn't get the rewards that we wanted, and after going down by a goal, I was capable of coming back and scoring one of my own, but in this 13th game, our opponent would take a random shot from outside of the box. There's no way. Now I still believed I could win, because our opponent really wasn't posing a threat to us, except for the random shots from outside of the box, and feeling like the more skillful player, with my best players on the pitch now, I would try to initiate a comeback. Thuram! Yes! And the difference Thuram was making was insane, and after this he would find a pass to Smith. Yes, Smith! What? Turning the game around meant that we were still in there with a fighting chance to get the rewards that we wanted. Both 2 games left, our penultimate one would be one of our most comfortable victories in the Champions Finals. We're scoring 4 goals and not conceding a single one caused our opponent to rage quit. We are guaranteed these rewards. These are the minimum rewards that I was looking for, because the highlighted players it would give us would help us to complete the hero pack, and the coins would help us to improve the rest of the team around us. If we can win this next game, 2 hero packs. And so in this final game, the stakes were at an all-time high, and it would start off in the worst way possible. While our formation's not good at defending through the middle, it's also not good at defending down the wing. It's not good at defending. After conceding, I was trying my best to score, but my opponent's defense seemed to be a brick wall, and after they thought they got themselves a red card, while it was only a yellow, them pausing did allow us to sub Son on. But shortly after the substitution, a free kick tactic from our opponent made it so that if we wanted the hero pack, our work was cut out for us. Smith! No! And while we were now creating more opportunities, these were useless unless we were capable of getting goals from them, and 70 plus minutes into this game, a desperate Dybala would go for a Hail Mary. Okay, that's 1. And after scoring such a sick goal, I wasn't even that excited, because all I really cared about in this game was the win. Son! Yes, Son! Son would force everyone to extra time. Where was the momentum on our side? He became a different beast. That's a tactical foul for sure. Son! We're in the lead! And I had to defend to survive till the second half of extra time. Come on, I just gotta defend 1 chance here. Nice. But with the way that he was playing, it seemed like our opponent was the one surviving against us. Son, yes! And Son would then get the opportunity to kill the game. Now he didn't move keeper last time, so I'm just gonna finesse it straight. What says Sagan with the save? His composure's low, he hasn't scored for a long time, but still only good defense. Come on. Nice. Oh, we've done it, I think. A comeback from 2 goals down. Barella winning the ball in the 121st minute would confirm this, and after struggling to maintain a positive record, ending on a +3, meant that we had achieved the absolutely insane rank 5 rewards. We're in our team of the week pack. Unfortunately, we'd end up making the bare minimum, and so I wanted to make coins from the next one. Walkout then, walkout. Yes, it's a walkout. B2, it's Bruno. B2 walkouts, come on. I want to make coins. I can't make coins, it's only 1 walkout. Ooh, Rafinha's in there. And so I could actually make more coins than I initially anticipated. And after this, I would open the base hero pack. Where on stream, they wanted me to do a stats reveal. And for those of you unsure what that is, you'll find out quite easily as we go. Let this be physical and not goalkeeper position. It's physical! Wait! And after the first 2 stats, I was quite hopeful. 72 defending, could this be like a Roberto? 85 dribbling, it does look like it could be a Guti. And let me just say, these are an emotional roller coaster. What? This card looks good. It can't be a striker. A striker's not gonna have 87 passing. This is a midfielder. It's an all-round midfielder. 87 shooting. This is an all-round midfielder shooter striker. What? This is an insane card. To be able to complete the hero pack SPC, I would open the final 2 packs that we had, where the first one wouldn't help us that much. However, the second one was guaranteed to. Who is this now? Let's make out who this is. A centre back, Ruben Diaz. And while he did have decent rating, because of the players that we had in our club, we'd end up having to purchase a 90 rated Hurricane for each of the final 2 squads for the hero pack. And with 20,000 coins left, we had another hero pack to open, and I can't lie, I was enjoying the stats reveals. Am I on the stats? Ooh, good. And the low defense meant that he was most likely an attacker. 87 dribbling, but the agility balance is not the best. And the next couple of stats confirmed this suspicion. 85 shooting is not Berbatov. It is the final day of our 7-day challenge. These are the heroes that we got. Now, as you saw on the whiteboard, we needed a team worth 500,000 coins. But before getting its value, we needed to finalize this team. So as soon as we complete this objective, then we can start to work towards switching the team up. And with the objective team that we were using, I expected this game to be as tight as it was, because while we were capable of scoring 2 goals, our opponent managed to do the same. And 80 minutes in, we had the opportunity to win. Smith, near post, Smith. This opportunity would lead to a corner. And off of this corner, Bastoni. You can do it, Bastoni! Yes! We were now only 1 win away from the next division, but completing the Liga F objective allowed us to level up in the season pass and claim an 80 times 10 pack. Walkout! Give me the walkout! No! And after not packing anything of value, I would add our hero into the team before entering into our promotion game, in which we would get an opportunity early on. Oh, here's the ball! Yes, that's 1 out of 3. But it seemed like in this division, we wouldn't get away easily using an objective team. Ooh, ball over the top. No, no, no! Smith would give us the lead, and after this, she would even be capable of extending it. But with a comfortable lead, I decided to start focusing goals with the Yazabal in order to complete that objective, and doing this meant that we started to struggle to score. Not scoring enough meant that when our opponent scored a goal, our lead wasn't big enough to the point we were comfortable, but I desperately wanted to complete this objective. I would be punished for not focusing on extending our lead, because in the 90th minute, our opponent would score their third, meaning that we ended up drawing this game. Without a win streak, we had to win 2 in order to make it into Division 3, but knowing that in the long run, having these objectives completed would be for the best, I continued to use the objective team, and in our next game, a single goal from Smith would cause our opponent to rage quit. We were once again 1 win away from Division 3, and early on into this game, Oyarzabal would get an opportunity. Oyarzabal, Ankara Oyarzabal, it's in! Feeling himself, Oyarzabal would score his second goal, getting himself thrown straight onto the bench so that Berbatov could come on. But before the substitution occurred, Smith would find herself 1-on-1, and she doesn't often miss those. Our hero in Williams was surprisingly solid in the midfield, and with Berbatov now on the pitch, we would score 2 more goals in this game, resulting in our opponent rage quitting and us earning promotion into Division 3. When updating the whiteboard, I saw that we were so close to completing our goal. Watt's entire evolution was complete, and we were also only 2 games away from being able to earn the left back. And while I was under the impression that I only needed to score 3, I then saw that I actually needed 5 goals with La Liga players. Before trying to complete this, I opened a pack which unfortunately was awful, and I then played my first game in Division 3 where we would concede early on. However, Yarzabal would be capable of getting himself a goal, but after this, acknowledging that going for the win streak would be more beneficial than trying to force another Yarzabal goal, I decided to just score with Smith so that I could secure the dub. In the next game that I played, I would get the 5th and final goal that I needed with Yarzabal, allowing me to sub him off for Berbatov, and it would be the Bulgarian who scored off of the bench for us, seizing his 2nd consecutive win in Division 3 and allowing Turam to once again earn his spot in our starting 11. We could then claim the objective left back, but remember those loans that we left 1 game on from the beginning of this challenge? Well, on the final day, they would finally come in clutch, because you see, for completing the entire milestone moments objective, you would earn a 100k pack from the group reward, but in order to complete this entire milestone, you needed to be able to field an 88 rated team with full chemistry. Now the loans would not get used up in this game mode, and so with the ones that we had, we could use them to bolster the rating of our squad while getting a good amount of chemistry with them all being from the same league. However, I then found out that I still needed to purchase a 91 as well as an 89 rated player in order to get the rating for the squad. And to do so, I would sell Bastoni and Barilla before then realizing that their coins wasn't enough for us to be able to purchase these high rated players, meaning that I had to sell Dybala. And this was sad because his contributions to our journey was now over. I then purchased the high rated players before completing the final moments group, and I'm not proud to admit this, but these 4 moments ended up taking me 30 minutes to complete. However, at the end, it was time to find out if it was worth it because we now had a 100k pack to open. Walkout in, that's Kunde! Okay, it's not a walkout, I think it's Kunde though. It's not a walkout, but it's Kunde. Kunde's big. That's big. That changes it. He's 71k. And this is the reason Dybala would not be joining back to the team. Because in this moment, I realized that if I wanted to make it into Division 1, I needed to have the best possible players in my team. And because we also needed to have full chemistry and have a team worth 500,000 coins, I had to cater for our better untradeable players. Knowing this, I would sell all of the tradable players that we had in our club to see how many coins I had to work with, and also determine the players that we were going to build around. And while our objective left back played for the same club as Smith, I still needed 1 more player from their league to get them on full chemistry, and initially I opted for Watt. Playing for Barcelona, I added Balde into the team, but at the time, Sissoko had an insane squad foundations card for not too many high-rated squads, and so I would complete him because this was just a no-brainer. But Sissoko is now ours. That card looks insane. After adding this must-have player, I noticed that because of his league, we needed to get players from the same nation in order to get chemistry on him, and so for that reason, I would remove Williams from the team. I then saw that with the coins that we had, it became possible for us to buy the most overpowered player for his price to play at the right mid, but before doing so, to get chemistry on the Women's League players, I would use Watt at the striker position. What we're gonna do, 100%, this man, he is going to be the difference between us making it into Division 1 or not. After purchasing him, needing more French players, I purchased Ndombele's promo card as he was criminally underpriced, and then I purchased the most overpowered centre back for their price as well. Now we need a French goalkeeper, and now we need a French left mid. And although cheap, Kingsley Coman was by far the best option for this position. This is it. This is the team. Now I know it has full chemistry. I'm not sure how much it's worth, but I'm going to count the value of these players. But Chad told me that I could afford a better right back. Bang. And after adding him, these were my feelings about the team. That team looks insane. Because in comparison to the team that we started with, it is literally unrecognizable. And when checking its value, while it said that it was only worth 400,000 coins, at the time of recording, it was worth way more because this was before an insane market crash. With the team set and having full chemistry, there was one more thing that we needed to do, and this was making it into Division 1 and on a win streak. If we could win the first game with our new team, we would make it past the checkpoint. And early on, he was proving to be a monster. Nice, Sissoko. What would score this team's first goal? But unfortunately, this was the only goal that we could score in this game, and with our opponent scoring 1-2, we would end up drawing. I'll put this down to not being used to the new team, and while we drew, winning our next game would still allow us to reach the checkpoint, and Kingsley Coman would be the first to score in this important game. Our opponent would equalize, but then Dembele started to have an impact on our team. Dembele would continue to have an impact by getting first to a loose ball, and this goal would cause our opponent to rage quit. But what I noticed was that he was our wingers doing majority of the work in the attack, and Smith needed a better striking partner. Because of this, I would initially use Thuram alongside her, and then purchase Swanson for the left mid, so the Women's League players had full chemistry, and I would also sell Kalulu, and just opt for Gusto in that position to have more coins for that striker. But Chad told me that it was possible for us to get a really good one. How much is Griezmann, guys? If we can get Griezmann, that would be a no-brainer for me. Guys, we need to make 8k for Griezmann. And initially I tried to complete an SPC that would give us a readable pack, but with the lack of time that we had left, I opted for a quicker solution, which was to sell Magnan and downgrade to a low-rated goalkeeper so that we could get the difference in coins and purchase Griezmann for our starting 11. His impact was instant in the first game, and he would assist Smith for our first goal, and it was clear that our attack was now a lot more prolific, and a total of 3 goals in this game would cause our opponent to rage quit. I then remembered to use Sissoko in the Squad Foundation's Evo, as this would make him even more insane, before then entering into another game where Griezmann finesse put us on our way to benefit from a win streak. A nice play from our opponent allowed them to claw one back, but we now just had way too much firepower in the attack, and swiftly scoring 2 more goals in this game would cause our opponent to rage quit. Winning that game allowed us to benefit from the win streak, but the next game would be almost an exact replica of the previous one, because once again while our opponent could score 1 goal, scoring 3 in a swift manner resulted in them rage quitting. And with our win streak, if we could win 1 more, we'd be 1 division away from achieving our goal. And with the way that I dominated early on, I felt that he's paused. I wonder if he'll leave at 0-0. And so I simply couldn't give them the opportunity to leave the game, and I needed to score without the ball going out of play. Smith. Popo Smith. Yes! Will he leave? Will he leave? Yes! And winning that game meant that we were now indeed 1 division away from achieving our goal. A stage of Sissoko's Evo was now complete. However, we now only had a few hours left in the challenge, and our first game in Division 2 would start off in the worst way possible. Get there! No, and it's Turan. And after getting unlucky, the game refusing to switch to my player meant that my opponent got an opportunity, and even though they couldn't initially score, with some more luck, they were up by 2 goals. Tackle him, please! Now the games were not necessarily easy, but I believed that I could make it into Division 1, and so I didn't give up in this game, and after Smith created a good opportunity, we had the chance to initiate a comeback. Yes, okay, that's 1, before the half, come on. She would then get through on goal, and use Griezmann as a dummy. Smith! Dembele! Yes, he deserves that! And they deserved it because both of their goals came through luck, and I believed that I was better, and kept on pushing for a win. Dembele! Near post, Dembele! Oh my god, almost! And with the help of Griezmann, Smith could get a hat-trick. That run from Smith, it's onside! And my confidence at this point was only growing. Benate. Oh, yes! 4! Quickly became 5, which quickly became 6, and then 7, resulting in us winning this game. And instead of being sad that Dybala could no longer contribute, I started to become happy that we got to witness his contributions. And with that chapter over, our new chapter of making it into Division 1 was looking good, because the dominant win allowed us to benefit from the win streak. Confident in my ability, and the team that we had built as well, I would proceed to play 5 more games in Division 2, where things were simply just clicking for us, because Sissoko and Ndombele were absolutely solid in the midfield, with our objective left back, and the other 3 Frenchmen in our defense. We wouldn't concede that many goals, because while half of the defense was really cheap, there were insane value items in their position. And on this final chapter in our journey, going for the attackers that we went for meant that our team was ruthless in the final third, and these factors combined, believe it or not, allowed us to win every single one of those 5 games via a rage quit. The win streak that we're on made it so that if we could win our next game, we would complete our challenge because we'd be in Division 1. And with the way that things were going, early on, I was on cloud 9. Yes, Smith! And with the confidence that I was playing, I would continue to create good opportunities, but then I would get quite unlucky. Nice, Kunde. No, don't do me like that, game. No, don't do me like that. His Dybala scores. And from having all the confidence in the world, in a matter of seconds, this was shattered, and our opponent's hero gave them the lead. But then Griezmann gave us the chance to get 1. It just takes 1. It just takes 1, Griezmann. And that's 1. Come on. But having played for so long, I was drained, and rushing out against his opponent, which allowed them to create opportunities against us. I have to watch this run. That's how he scored one of his goals. Was keen on. He was. What a play from Pirlo. And one of the toughest parts of this challenge was the fact that with our limited time, our opponents always had a better team than us, and in this game, their strategy seemed to be very effective, constantly going for balls over the top with Pirlo, allowing them to get into dangerous positions, and a lack of composure in this game would cause us to ultimately end up losing it. Now this sucked, because mentally fatigued, we now needed to win 2 games in order to achieve our goal, and after not being able to score for 30 minutes within the next game that we played, eventually, he will finesse. It goes in. Our scoring struggles would continue because instead of playing with confidence, I was now playing with arrogance, just expecting to roll over my opponents, and playing with this mentality would humble me and cause me to go down by 2 goals in this game. And so in that moment, I knew that I needed to snap out of it and earn each win. Griezmann, please. 1. And also to play more composed to get the desired result. Smith. We cooked him. And also to understand that things won't always go your way, because after tackling my opponent's Foden, the ball simply rolled into the attacker's path, allowing them to once again take the lead, and I now needed to prove that I learnt the lessons mentioned. Griezmann! And I just kept on pushing on. Come on, one more. And in the 90th minute, my opponent would go for a corner glitch. That was a corner glitch, son. And we lose in the 91st minute. And we were now 3 wins in a row away from making it into Division 1. But until time ran out, I simply wasn't going to give up, because we had spent the past 7 days grinding on a brand new account, and after starting with a horrible team, I've completely transformed it, and for me, there was no way that I came this far just to fail in the end. And in the next 2 games, I completely impressed myself with how composed I remained, because even when I did get unlucky, I just took everything on the chin and continued to play my A game, not influenced by negative emotion, and making sure that I did everything that I could in my control to get the wins in these games. And I became appreciative of the fact that I lost the first time I tried to make it into Division 1, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be equipped with the valuable lessons that I now was. And after winning a couple of games, eventually I had another opportunity at making it into Division 1, and expecting to be out-teamed, I was unfazed when seeing my opponents, and early on our keeper was forced to make a save. And then I found myself in familiar territory. Griezmann, finesse it! Smith, go through, Smith, far post! Yes, Smith! But this time I wasn't taking anything for granted, and I was defending with my all. Goalkeeper, get there, nice. And then Dembele would create another opportunity for Griezmann. Griezmann, finesse it! Yes, it's 2, come on! Now that was not a finesse, but once again we had become ruthless. Yes, Griezmann! And for the next period of the game, we were defending well and not giving our opponent a single inch, and this meant that we went into the halftime break with a 3-goal lead. Our protein shake is still here from ours. He's left! He's left, as I said that. No way. Yes. The relief was tangible, and that win meant that we made it all the way into Division 1. And after starting Division 10 with the horrible team 7 days ago, we could finally make the final updates to the whiteboard, and all of our challenges were now complete because our team had full chemistry, and at the time of recording was worth over 500,000 coins. Now if you guys enjoyed this video, you'll enjoy one of these ones, so go ahead and click on any of those videos to watch them.